So let me shortly introduce myself again. My name is Lea-Johanna Liebscher. I'm a bioprocess engineer at GICON-Großmann Ingenieur Consult. And this is a company from Dresden and Saxony. And I will present our green energy innovations today. I will spare you to read the rest of the long title again. Shortly, I have problems to move my slides. So GICON is an engineering and consulting company. We stand for sustainable and environmentally conscious services and have been a reliable partner for consulting in Germany and abroad for over 25, actually nearly 30 years. We have 20 locations in Germany. The main office is in Dresden. We have also offices in Leipzig, Rostock, Hamburg, all over the country, and even some offices worldwide, for example, in Malaysia. We have over 600 employees who are highly qualified in very diverse topics. And what is a unique point of our company compared to other consulting companies, we have over 100 patents for our green technologies. Because of that, probably we were also rated second most innovative company in 2023 by Kreditreform, which really should, I think, for us to at least it means something. So what were we rated for? We have different technologies in the renewable energy sector. The first one is the high altitude wind tower. This is a new wind turbine tower. So not the turbine itself. The upper part is the same as in conventional wind turbines, but the tower itself is new. It allows the wind turbine to be set up at a level of 300 meters, which has the advantage that it has improved yield and efficiency due to the increased altitude, because up there the wind is stronger and more consistent. And especially this consistency is the key to increasing yields in a range of 22%. So this allows us to plan wind turbines with a higher energy production on the same area, and they can be added to existing wind farms, for example. Now you might ask yourself, how get these turbines up there? Because conventional cranes are limited, so to say. This tower is a telescopic tower. It can be positioned at half the height for installation and maintenance, and then it will be erected to the full 300 meters when the generator and the rotor blades are added. And actually, probably this year, the first of this kind of wind tower will be installed in Klettwitz in Germany. I think it's in Brandenburg. And another question you might ask is, are these now replacing conventional wind turbines? And the answer to that is no. They will be an addition, because another vision of GICON is the hybrid power station, which combines photovoltaics and wind energy in one place. So it would consist of solar panels, of conventional wind turbines, and of high wind towers. And by concentrating these renewable energy generators, you can, on the one hand, have this energy generator concentrated, so you don't have to have single wind turbines all over the country, but you will have just some positions for that. And the combination of these technologies will also smooth out the generation curve. So that I will explain later a little bit. And you have also, of course, an optimized space utilization for high electricity production. And yeah, so usually both photovoltaics and wind have their high time throughout the year and their low times. And if they are combined in one hybrid power station, they will even out their low points, so to say, because photovoltaics has their high time in summer and wind usually in the winter. And combining those two will allow for a more constant energy production, and the high altitude wind tower will add on top constant base load, because in the height of 300 meters there will be all year round constant base production of renewable energy. So totally combined, they can compete with conventional smaller power stations that are not solar and wind powered. Now you have all this renewable energy generated, but there will always be some times of peak load. For this problem, where you have the storage problem with electric energy, we also have another solution. This is the biomethanation, which is a trickle bed process also engineered by the bioenergy department of GICON. This foresees electrolyzation of water with renewable energy, and the produced hydrogen will then be added to the biomethanation process together with CO2 from biogas treatment or from power plants. And in this process, the methane will be produced by a biological trickle bed process. In this process, methane and water will be produced, the water will be removed, and the methane can be added to a gas grid. The motivation behind this process is that it generates natural gas and heat in a green way, and it is a very good addition or an add-on for biogas plants, because it can double the methane generation, because also the CO2 from the biogas process will be later then converted to methane. And this really is an opportunity to store the energy from those peak loads, especially in wind energy they occur, and store them and add them to an existing infrastructure, which in this case is the gas grid. The innovation and the advantages of this process are that it is controllable and stable, but also it is demand oriented. So if there is no excess energy, this process can just be adapted to a lower productivity, and then be again start again when there is energy to be stored. And it of course, because it is a biological process, it is very low in its energy demand itself, and it stores or it utilizes CO2, which is a big advantage. Another technology field of ours is the microalgae processes in plants, where we also have some innovations and services. I will only show them shortly because they are not related to energy that much, except for maybe that you need some energy to produce microalgae. Here there's more to focus on the carbon sequestration in various industries. That can be energy from like waste gases, but also from agricultural wastes, and to use microalgae to enhance circular economy by closing the value chain from byproducts or carbon emissions to value-added products. To conclude this presentation, GICON is a company that offers complete services from a single source, especially in the field of renewable energy. that concerns energy generation, as I showed already, energy distribution. We also do approval planning for power lines, for example, but also this concerns energy consumption. We have a whole department that is working on energy efficiency and planning of energy usage, etc., etc. So all those technologies that I showed you are the result of many research projects we did. We did EU projects and national and regional German projects. So we are open to do that further because we want to keep on developing new innovations in the energy field. So we are open to cooperate with different companies, with institutions in research. And with that, I thank you for your attention. And I'm open to answer some questions. As I am not involved in all those research, I can probably not answer all the questions. So here I have the contact data to all the heads of the departments that I spoke about. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Liebscher, for the introduction of this very broad field of different kind of topics. Are there any questions to one of those topics or even general ones? So I can't see any questions in the chat. I would ask, since we're talking about very different kind of topics, what are the most promising fields of renewable energy you are working on today, or maybe you're working on tomorrow? And on the other side, what are the topics maybe having less interest during the last years?
This is pretty hard to say because as we are a very big company, we are working on many different fields in this case. I would say that none of these technologies, or generally none of the renewable technologies, is uninteresting. So everything is important, everything plays its role, and I think that's the key somehow, to include all different kinds of technologies and not have this one single solution that we are focusing on.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, maybe the audience needs a couple of minutes, so we thank you again at this time. Maybe we have some more questions in the end of the pitches. So thank you again, Johanna, Liebscher,